On the 20th of March 2003, the United States invaded Iraq in Operation Freedom. It was the start of a bloody war that would last almost 9 years and claim more than 500,000 lives. US President George Bush said the invasion aimed to disarm Iraq of weapons of mass destruction, to end Saddam Hussein's support for terrorism and free the Iraqi people. But the weapons of mass destruction were never found. Stargates are a space-time means of travel where people are instantaneously teleported from one area to another. They are said to be capable of transporting people millions of light years through space via wormholes. It is believed they were brought to Earth by the ancient Sumerian civilization in 4500 BC. The Sumerians were based in Mesopotamia, or modern-day Iraq. The Sumerians worshipped an otherworldly race of gods known as the Anunnaki. Believes that one of the stargates that still exists today is in the ziggurat of Ur, a huge underground temple built by Sumerian king Ur-Nammu. In the 1980s, Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein started renovating the ancient temple. According to Salah, during this renovation he successfully reactivated the Stargate. But this did not go until 2011. Turtwin said the Stargate was found in Baghdad's diplomatic green zone, meaning that Iraqis were not allowed to enter. She says this gave Western forces ample opportunity to explore the portal without interference. How a charming quality seems to be his vivid imagination and complete disregard for established facts and methods of inquiry. It is not just Sitchin's translations of Sumerian writing that are void of factual evidence. His interpretation of the Anunnaki is also problematic. The group are prominent in many ancient Mesopotamian cultures, but who they are and what they do varies. They are never described as giving sophisticated technologies to humans, nor as being extraterrestrial. Their alien legend appears to have originated in fictional writings. Bush opened this proposal to a secret vote by his top officials. They voted in favor of the invasion. Therefore, evidence shows that the 2003 invasion of Iraq was probably carried out to counteract Saddam Hussein's regime. Whether or not this was the right thing to do, especially under the guise of seeking out non-existent weapons of mass destruction, is still the subject of debate. There are many unanswered questions about the 2003 Iraq invasion, but we do not currently have proof for either alien life or Stargates themselves.
Let it go, clear! Damn.
3 months ago, Iraq's National Museum was looted and thousands of priceless relics stolen.
Discarded old coins.
And they're not in perfect condition, so they're not on display.
Acting as detective at the museum is this American task force, made up of Treasury, FBI and other federal agents. Steve Moxeri is an American customs agent, investigating this crime against history.
This is a huge area. It's the biggest vault, the downstairs area in the museum, and it's virtually untouched. The only area is the corner in the back where all the little valuable coins, amulets, pinwheels, and those of the like that were taken. So we know that area was specifically hit by the looters and hasn't been touched since then, and because of that we're processing the area as a crime scene, and we've got the Army CID unit in here, that's Criminal Investigation Division, and they're processing the area for fingerprints and other items of evidentiary value.
As yet, no one knows who the thieves were or even how much was stolen. The agents believe that the looters had inside knowledge, so today they're fingerprinting the museum staff.
Somebody had specific information to go to that location. It's obvious because no other spot in this magazine was touched.
If the American forces had secured the museum a week earlier, the tragic events that unfolded here may never have happened.
The U.S. is now guarding the entrance to Iraq's National Museum. But the damage has already been done.
Televised scenes of the empty museum and the grief of the museum staff became a symbol of America's failure to protect the country it had occupied. Reports had as many as 170,000 artefacts stolen. The Americans are now stressing that the damage is not as bad as first reported. Colonel Matthew Bogdanis is in charge of the investigation.
What we found, fortunately, that was a gross and perhaps irresponsible exaggeration on the part of those individuals making those reports. In fact, what we find are numbers significantly below that. I do want to stress, though, that numbers really cannot possibly tell the entire story. The loss of a single piece of our shared heritage is an absolute tragedy.
When the dust settled, it became clear that most of the pieces had been put away for safekeeping. But the museum itself was trashed, and there are still thousands of relics missing.